Good morning, beautiful souls. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly felt joy? Not just a smile for the world to see, but that deep, soul-stirring kind of happiness that bubbles up from within. You see, happiness isn't something you find, it's something you choose every single day. Now I know it's easy to be happy when everything's going right. When you get the grade, land the job, hear the yes, or feel the love. But what about the days when you don't? What about the days when life feels heavy? That's when happiness becomes a practice, a muscle. And baby, it needs working out daily. So how do you do it? Let me tell you 3 truths that changed my life and might just change yours. First, start with gratitude. Even on your worst day, there is something to be thankful for. The breath in your lungs, the sky above you, the chance to begin again. When you train your mind to see what's good, your heart begins to feel lighter. Gratitude is the gateway drug to happiness. Second, protect your energy. There will always be noise, people who doubt you, opinions that pull you in every direction. But here's the truth, not everyone gets a seat at your table. Choose peace over people-pleasing. Set boundaries like your joy depends on it, because it does. Third, live your truth. Stop shrinking to fit in places that were never meant for you. Happiness is magnetic when you're walking in your purpose, when you're doing what lights you up, even if it scares you, especially if it scares you. And finally, let yourself laugh, be silly, dance in your kitchen, cry when you need to, hug a little longer, tell people you love them. Life is too precious to live on autopilot. You don't need a perfect life to be happy. You just need a real one. So I'll leave you with this. You have everything you need inside you to be happy today, not someday. Not when you have more money, more love, more success. Today. Happiness is not a destination. It's a daily decision. And today, I hope you choose it. Happiness is a daily choice. It's not something you find. It's something you choose and practice every single day, regardless of circumstances. Start with gratitude. Focus on what you do have instead of what you lack. Gratitude shifts your mindset and invites joy. Protect your energy. Set healthy boundaries. Say no when you need to. Don't let other people's negativity drain your peace. Live your truth. Be authentic. Don't shrink yourself to fit into spaces that don't honor your true self. Find joy in the little things. Laugh, dance, be silly, cry when you need to. Let yourself feel life fully. It's in those moments where real happiness lives. Happiness is now, not later. Happiness is a daily choice. And I want you to let that sink in, not as a quote to post, but as a truth to live by. Because too often we think happiness is out there, somewhere, waiting for us to find it, like it's locked behind a big promotion or hidden in a perfect relationship or waiting for us on the other side of a dream vacation. We believe that once we get there, wherever there is, we'll finally feel whole, finally feel enough, finally feel happy. But life doesn't work like that. Happiness doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't knock on your door with a ribbon tied around it. It's not buried in your bank account or measured in the number of likes on a post. It's not in a degree or a title or even in someone else's approval. Happiness is right here, in this moment, in the now, and it begins with a choice. It's the decision you make when you wake up and your mind wants to spiral into the worries of yesterday or the pressures of tomorrow, and instead you say, not today. Today I will protect my peace. It's when you look in the mirror and instead of pointing out every flaw, you whisper to yourself, I am enough. That choice, that whisper, is the seed of joy. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy. Life is hard sometimes. Pain is real, people will disappoint you, plans will fall apart. You'll lose things you never thought you could live without, and there will be mornings where you don't feel like getting out of bed, let alone choosing happiness. But here's the thing, choosing happiness doesn't mean ignoring your pain. It doesn't mean faking a smile when your heart is heavy. Choosing happiness means deciding to not let the hard parts of life harden you. It means you still look for the light even on the darkest days. It's the way you keep showing up for yourself, the way you make time to breathe, to rest, to nourish your body and your spirit. The way you let go of what you can't control and focus on what you can. Your attitude, your response, your energy. Happiness is in the small, quiet choices. It's in saying no when your body's tired and yes when your soul wants more. It's in forgiving, not always because someone deserves it, but because you deserve peace. It's in laughing even when your day's been long and dancing in the kitchen just because your favorite song came on. It's when you stop waiting for perfect moments and start finding beauty in the messy ones, the undone ones, the ordinary ones. Because joy doesn't live in the highlight reels, it lives in the everyday. You choose happiness when you stop comparing your journey to someone else's timeline, when you realize that your worth isn't measured by how busy you are or how much you've accomplished. You are not behind, you are not late, you are right on time for your life. Choosing happiness means being intentional. It's turning your attention to the things that lift you and walking away from the things that drain you. It's having the courage to create a life that feels good on the inside, even if it doesn't look perfect on the outside. And when you choose happiness, you give others permission to do the same. You become the light in the room, the energy that shifts the conversation, the presence that brings warmth just by being real. Your happiness doesn't make you selfish, it makes you powerful. It becomes your armor, not the kind that shuts the world out, but the kind that helps you stand tall, open-hearted, even when life tries to knock you down. So the next time life throws you a curveball, and it will, I want you to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what do I want to feel in this moment? Not what you're supposed to feel, not what others expect of you, but what you want to feel. And if the answer is peace, if the answer is joy, if the answer is grace, then choose that. Choose it over and over and over again, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because the truth is, happiness doesn't come to you, it comes from you. And every single day, with every single thought, you hold the power to choose it. Let me tell you something simple but life-changing. Gratitude changes everything. It changes the way you wake up in the morning. It changes how you carry yourself through the chaos. It changes how you see the people around you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. We live in a world that constantly reminds us of what we're missing, what we haven't achieved, what we're not enough of. We scroll through images of someone else's perfect life, someone else's perfect body, someone else's perfect moment. And we begin to feel small in our own skin. We start measuring our happiness by what we don't have instead of what we do. But here's the truth, what you focus on grows. When you focus on what's missing, you feel empty. But when you focus on what's present, on what's already here, your heart starts to feel full, even if nothing on the outside has changed. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's not about ignoring your pain or sugarcoating your struggle. Gratitude is about finding light, even when you're walking through shadows. It's about whispering thank you, not because everything is okay, but because you're still here, still breathing, still becoming. It's easy to be grateful when life feels good, when everything's aligned and the people you love are smiling and you feel seen, held, and understood. But the power of gratitude shows up the most when life is messy, when the answers don't come easily, when you feel lost or uncertain or tired. That's when gratitude becomes your anchor. That's when it grounds you and gently says, even now, even here, there is something to be thankful for. Maybe it's the roof over your head. Maybe it's the hot cup of tea in your hands. Maybe it's the friend who texts you just to say, I'm thinking of you. Maybe it's the way the sun breaks through the clouds right when you needed it. These moments, these small, quiet miracles are easy to miss when you're rushing through life, always chasing what's next. But when you slow down and start to see the beauty in what's already around you, something shifts inside you. Your heart softens, your breath deepens. Your mind begins to quiet down, and suddenly the pressure to have more, to be more, to prove more begins to fade. Gratitude doesn't require a perfect life. It invites you to love the life you have. It reminds you that even if you don't have everything you want, you may already have everything you need. A body that moves, a mind that dreams, a soul that keeps showing up day after day, even when it's tired. That alone is worth celebrating. And here's the beautiful part. The more you practice gratitude, the more reasons you'll find to be grateful. Your eyes will start to catch the little things, the laugh that came at just the right time, the stranger who held the door, the moment you caught yourself healing from something you once thought you'd never get through. Gratitude is a lens. It's a way of seeing, and once you start viewing life through that lens, your whole experience changes. You begin to see that even your hardest days taught you something. Even your biggest setbacks redirected you to something better. Even your loneliness led you back to yourself. When you live with gratitude, you become magnetic, not because your life is perfect, but because your spirit is full. You start attracting peace. You start attracting joy. You start attracting people who are drawn to the light you carry, not the perfection you pretend, but the realness you radiate. Gratitude also humbles you. It reminds you that no matter how far you've come, you didn't get here alone. Someone helped you. Someone opened a door. Someone believed in you when you doubted yourself. And recognizing that opens your heart wider. It makes you want to give back, to lift others the way you were lifted. So let this be your practice. Before you rush into the day, before the world asks you to be everything to everyone, pause, place your hand on your heart, and ask yourself, what am I thankful for today? Maybe it's one thing, maybe it's 10, maybe it's just the fact that you're alive, and that's enough. Gratitude won't make life perfect, but it will make it meaningful. And in a world that constantly tells you to chase more, gratitude gently reminds you that maybe, just maybe, you already have enough. There's a quiet power in protecting your energy, and it starts with realizing that not everything deserves your attention, not everyone deserves your access, and not every situation requires your reaction. You only get so much energy in a day. It's sacred, it's limited, and once it's spent, it's gone. So the question is, what are you spending it on? Who are you giving it to? And are they pouring back into you, or are they leaving you empty? There's a version of you that keeps saying yes when your soul is screaming no, that keeps showing up for people who wouldn't cross the street for you, that keeps explaining, justifying, shrinking, pleasing, trying to be everything for everyone except yourself. And I need you to hear this. You don't owe everyone your time. You don't owe everyone your story. You don't owe people your peace so they can stay comfortable. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it's survival. It's self-love in action. There comes a time in your life when you stop apologizing for being tired, when you stop explaining why you need space, when you stop feeling guilty for wanting peace. That time is now. Because not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. Not every opportunity is aligned with your growth, and not every message deserves a reply. There's power in silence. There's strength in walking away. There's healing in distance. Some people thrive on chaos. Some people live off of your reaction. They poke, they prod, they provoke, and when you respond, they win. So protect your energy by choosing your battles wisely. Not everything is worth your voice. Not everything is worth your emotional investment. And that includes the inner battles too, the way you speak to yourself when no one's around. Protect your energy from your own doubt, your own overthinking, your own self-criticism. You wouldn't talk to someone you love the way you talk to yourself. So start choosing kindness. Start giving yourself grace. Start realizing that your energy is affected not just by what's around you, but by what's within you. Protecting your energy also means knowing when to let go. Some relationships were beautiful chapters, but they're not meant to be the whole book. Some people were teachers, not lifelong companions. And holding on too tightly to what's already fading will only dim your light. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to need more. It's okay to walk away from anything that doesn't honor who you're becoming. You have to be intentional about who gets close to you. Think of your energy like a garden. You don't let just anyone walk through it with muddy shoes. You don't let just anyone trample the flowers you've worked so hard to grow. You deserve to feel safe in your own space. You deserve relationships that feel like soft places to land, not battlegrounds. So set the boundaries. Speak the truth. Say no without guilt. Say yes without resentment. The people who truly care about you will understand, and the ones who don't, let them misunderstand. Let them call you selfish. Let them think what they want. Their opinion is not your burden to carry. You do not need to be available 24/7. You do not need to explain your healing. You do not need to keep people in your life just because they've been there a long time. Time doesn't equal alignment. And loyalty shouldn't cost you your peace. Start protecting your mornings. Don't reach for your phone the moment you open your eyes. Start protecting your conversations. Don't engage in gossip that weighs you down. Start protecting your focus. And don't let distractions steal your purpose. And start protecting your rest. Because burnout is not a badge of honor. You are not here to constantly prove yourself. You are not here to drain yourself to keep others comfortable. You are here to live with joy, with purpose, with boundaries that hold you together when the world tries to pull you apart. So if something doesn't feel right in your spirit, trust that. If a room doesn't honor your presence, leave it. If a conversation dims your light, change the subject or walk away entirely. You were not made to carry the weight of everyone else's expectations. You were made to thrive. But you can't thrive when your energy is constantly scattered in places that don't deserve it. Start protecting your energy like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Your peace, your clarity, your joy, your ability to show up as your best self, they're all connected to how well you guard what flows in and out of your life. And when you begin to protect your energy, something incredible happens. You begin to return to yourself. You begin to breathe easier, sleep deeper, laugh louder, love harder, but wiser. And finally, you begin to feel free. Let me know if you want the next part. Live your truth done in this same voice and length. There's a moment in your life, maybe it's quiet, maybe it's loud, where you finally realize that the only way to feel truly alive is to stop pretending, to stop performing, to stop living your life based on what other people expect of you. And in that moment, you begin to return to something sacred. You begin to return to you. Living your truth is not always easy. It's not always comfortable. In fact, it's often the opposite. It means standing tall in rooms that don't understand you. It means saying things that might make others uncomfortable but set you free. It means choosing authenticity over approval, and that choice will cost you something. But the reward is everything. Because there is nothing more exhausting than hiding. Nothing more painful than shrinking yourself to fit into a version of life that was never meant for you. And for what? To be accepted, to be liked, to keep the peace. You were not created to be a copy of someone else. You were not born to fit into boxes you didn't build. Your voice, your story, your presence, they matter. And the moment you decide to live your truth, you stop apologizing for who you are and start honoring who you are becoming. Too many of us spend our lives editing ourselves, softening our edges, hiding our passions, dimming our light so we don't outshine the room. But let me tell you, Your light is not too much. Your dreams are not too big. Your voice is not too loud. You are not too emotional, too bold, too sensitive, too different. You are exactly who you are meant to be. Living your truth means waking up every day and choosing to be real, even when it's easier to be liked. It means letting go of the version of you that was created just to survive. That version, the one who said all the right things, the one who played it safe, the one who kept peace at the cost of their own voice. She did her job. She got you here. But she doesn't need to lead anymore. You've outgrown her. It's time. It's time to stop living for the applause and start living for alignment. To stop chasing validation and start chasing what feels right in your soul. Because the truth, some people won't like the real you, and that's okay. You're not for everyone, and you were never meant to be. But the ones who see you, the ones who feel your energy when you're being real, those are your people. That's your tribe. That's where you belong. You don't have to perform to be loved. You don't have to achieve to be worthy. You don't have to sacrifice your truth to be accepted. You are worthy as you are. You are powerful as you are. And when you start living from that place, not the place of fear or performance, but the place of soul-deep truth, you start to feel free. You begin to make decisions that honor your spirit. You say no without guilt. You say yes to what excites you, even if it scares you. You walk away from spaces that make you feel small. You stop waiting for permission and start trusting your own voice. And your life begins to reflect who you really are. Not the mask, not the persona, but the real you. The messy, radiant, emotional, passionate, beautifully complicated you. Living your truth will stretch you. It will challenge you. You'll lose things. You'll lose people. But what you gain is far greater. You gain yourself. You gain clarity. You gain peace. You gain a life that feels like yours. You start to create from a place that's authentic, not performative. You start to speak from a place that's raw, not rehearsed. You begin to walk into rooms not wondering if they'll accept you, but knowing that you belong simply because you exist. And in doing so, you give others permission to do the same. You become a mirror, reflecting back what it looks like to be free, to be grounded, to be real. And there is nothing more magnetic, more healing, more powerful than a person living in their truth. So ask yourself, what parts of me have I been hiding? What pieces of myself have I been shrinking? Where am I still pretending and why? Then, gently, courageously, begin to return home. Return to the version of you that existed before the world told you who to be. Speak her name. Let her rise. Let her take up space. Let her tell the truth, even if her voice shakes. Because this world doesn't need more polished perfection. It doesn't need more masks. It needs you. Fully, boldly, unapologetically, truthfully. And when you choose to live your truth, you stop chasing happiness and start becoming it. Let me know if you'd like me to continue with Find Joy in the Little Things next in the same style. Real happiness isn't always found in grand moments. It doesn't only live in milestones, promotions, or once-in-a-lifetime adventures. More often than not, real happiness is found in the small, ordinary moments that we so often overlook. It's in the way your favorite song hits just right on a rainy day. It's in the first sip of tea in the morning when the world is still quiet. It's in the kind of laughter that makes your stomach hurt and your eyes water. That's where joy lives, in the in-between. In the unnoticed, in the ordinary. But we're so busy chasing the next big thing that we forget how to just be in the moment. We're waiting for the weekend, for the holiday, for the relationship, for the finish line, believing that happiness lives out there, somewhere far ahead of us. But the truth is, if you can't find joy in the now, you won't find it in the next. Because joy is not a destination, it's a way of being. It's a practice, a choice, a noticing. Let yourself laugh loudly, freely, like no one's watching. Don't wait for the moment to be perfect. Don't wait for things to settle. Laugh when your friends say something ridiculous. Laugh at yourself when you mess up and it's not the end of the world. Let that joy move through you. Let it soften you. And dance. Dance in your kitchen. Dance in your car. Dance like the rhythm found your bones and refuse to let go. You don't have to be good. You just have to feel it. Movement is medicine. Joy lives in motion. It's not always poised or pretty. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's wild. But it's real, and that's what matters. Be silly, be weird, be childlike. Not childish. There's a difference. Somewhere along the way, the world told us to grow up, to be serious, to act right, to tone it down. And in doing so, we lost our sparkle. We lost that uninhibited joy we had as children, when we found magic in bubbles and stories and puddles. But you can reclaim that. You can wake it up. You don't have to be polished all the time. You don't have to have it all figured out. You are allowed to be silly and soulful at the same time. And yes, cry when you need to. Let the tears fall. Don't numb yourself. Don't bottle it up. To feel joy, you have to let yourself feel everything. That means sorrow too. That means grief, heartbreak, fear, and exhaustion. Don't run from those feelings. They are sacred too. They remind you that you're human. They remind you that you care. And after the tears, joy finds its way back in. It always does. It's patient like that. The world can be loud, overwhelming, harsh. So you have to protect your joy. You have to create space for it. You have to slow down enough to notice it. It's in the sunlight dancing on your bed sheets. It's in the smile of a stranger. It's in the quiet moment when you catch your breath and realize you've come so far. These are not small things. These are everything. Joy is in the memories you make without trying. The inside jokes, the lazy afternoons, the warm food shared with people who make you feel safe, the phone call that lasted an hour longer than you expected. These moments don't cost a thing, but they fill your soul. And here's the thing, joy doesn't require a perfect life. It doesn't wait for all your problems to be solved. It sneaks in through the cracks. It shows up in spite of the mess. It's the light that filters through your brokenness and reminds you there's still beauty here. Still goodness. Still life to be lived. So look up. Look around. Be present. Be open. Take pictures with your mind. Let yourself feel it all. The wonder, the awe, the absurdity of being alive on this spinning planet with all its chaos and magic. That's what it means to live fully. That's where happiness waits. Not in the big announcements, but in the little things. Find joy in your routines, in the way you fold your clothes, in the song you always sing in the shower, in the breeze that reminds you you're still breathing, in the way your pet greets you like you're the best part of their day. Let that move you. Let that matter. You don't have to escape your life to feel happy. You just have to see it differently. You have to let joy in through the cracks, through the soft, fleeting seconds that don't demand attention but deserve appreciation. And when you do, when you train your eyes to see joy in the little things, you'll begin to realize something beautiful. That happiness was never missing. It was never far away. It was always right here waiting for you to notice. So often we tell ourselves, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I get that promotion. I'll be happy when I find the right person. I'll be happy when everything finally falls into place. And it's so easy to think that happiness lives just beyond our grasp, just beyond the next milestone, just beyond the next goal. But here's the thing, happiness is not a destination. If you're always waiting for the perfect moment, you'll spend your whole life in the future, missing the precious moments happening right now. Happiness is not something that will come once you've achieved this or fixed that or healed from this hurt. It is right here. It is right now. And it starts with a choice to stop waiting and start living. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. In fact, perfection is a myth. Life is messy, life is unpredictable, life is often imperfect, and that's exactly what makes it beautiful. Happiness doesn't need perfect circumstances to exist. It just needs you to show up in the moment, to be present, to choose joy in the here and now. Right now, as you read these words, there is something in your life worth celebrating. Maybe it's the fact that you're alive, breathing, and moving. Maybe it's the quiet moments you've had today, the smile you received from a friend, the feeling of warmth as the sun touched your skin. Maybe it's the simple comfort of knowing that you're taking one step closer to where you want to be. We tend to put our happiness on hold because we think there's always something else we need to do or have or become before we can feel worthy of joy. But the truth is, you are worthy of joy in this very moment. You don't need a reason to be happy. You don't need justification. You don't need the world to align before you can allow yourself peace. You just need to choose it. Life will keep moving whether you're ready or not. And if you're waiting for everything to line up perfectly, you'll miss the beauty of what's happening now. Waiting for tomorrow to feel joy is like waiting for rain to come and water a garden that hasn't been tended to. You must plant the seeds of happiness now so they can grow and bloom later. This is why it's so important to learn to find happiness in the little things, because those little things add up. They create a life of meaning. The smile of a stranger, the taste of your favorite food, the way the light looks as it dances on your windowsill in the morning. These moments matter. They count. They are not small. They are pieces of joy in your present, and when you start noticing them, you begin to realize that the life you've been waiting to live is already here. You can choose happiness today, even in the midst of life's mess. It's not about ignoring challenges, pretending everything is fine when it's not, or pretending to be happy when you're not. It's about choosing to embrace the moments of grace that already exist around you, choosing to feel the joy in your heart no matter how many things you still wish were different. This moment right here is the only one you can control, not the future, not the past. You have the power to decide that you deserve joy now. And when you choose to embrace the present, to stop waiting for tomorrow to be happy, you begin to free yourself from the trap of when, then thinking. Don't wait for that perfect job, that perfect partner, that perfect house, that perfect life. Don't let your happiness be conditional, because happiness doesn't live in the future. It doesn't live in the past. It lives right here in the choices you make today. So choose to smile, choose to laugh, choose to dance in your kitchen, choose to walk outside and feel the wind on your face, choose to be kind to yourself in the moments when you're struggling, choose to let go of the shoulds and the one day I'll haves and start embracing what is. Start embracing you. Start embracing now. The real truth is, the journey you're on, the one that feels so long, the one where you can't quite see the destination, is the point. It's already the life you're supposed to live. Every step, every decision, every up and down is part of the beauty of your story. Happiness is not the end of the road, it's the road itself. It's the journey, it's the lesson, it's the growth. It's the moments of peace you can find in between the hustle and the waiting. When you make peace with now, you make peace with everything. When you stop searching for happiness outside yourself, you realize it was always inside of you, waiting to be acknowledged. And when you stop holding out for a better time, you begin to live fully awake to the blessings already surrounding you. There is no better time than right now to begin living with joy. There is no perfect moment that will ever make you more deserving of happiness. The only thing that will bring you happiness is this moment. Choose to live it. Choose to embrace it. Choose to be happy with what you have right where you are.